What's going down, people? My name's Jack. Part number 2 of the Video Editing Freelance Success Kit. In part number 1, we covered essential tools for video editing. We also covered building our skills, how we can develop our skills. We also talked about developing a strong presentation of your work, some tips on how you can go about doing that if you're new to the game. And we also discussed multiple different streams of marketing, how to market your services as a video editing freelancer on the internet. Without further ado, we're getting into part number 2 of the Video Editing Freelance Kit, right where we left off. The past episode is going to be linked down below. Let's get into it. So we're talking about pricing your services. Pricing your services is going to be split into a couple different areas, mainly 3. Number 1, we're going to talk about the pricing strategy. So there's hourly rates, project-based pricing, or there's packages. These are 3 core models. Hourly rate is a great way to define how much you want to quote as a kind of flat fee. Clients don't like an open-ended, I'm going to bill you by the hour. In their mind, who knows how many hours it could take, right? So in my experience, a client does want a flat fee for a project. That's case by case depending on what type of client it is, but certainly generally speaking, a client, if they're hiring you for a video, they wanted a flat rate. So how do you figure out your flat rate? You don't just throw a number out there and just hope it sticks. You have an hourly rate, which is the amount that you want to get paid per hour, and then you quote that client based on your hourly rate and how many hours you think it'll take. So for all these clubs that I filmed, I wanted to get paid £25 an hour for the time that I was there and the time that I was editing the content as well. So what I would do is I would simply figure out how long does it take to film the club. It would usually take about 4 hours. It's probably going to take me around 6 hours to edit it. So that's another 150 plus the original 100 for coming there to film it is 250. In terms of pricing, what you guys want to do is define the hourly rate that you want to be compensated for your services for. And then when a new client comes to you with a new project, you just want to bust out a simple equation and think, okay, how many hours is this going to take me? Let me now multiply my hourly rate by the amount of hours I think this is going to take me. And then you have your flat fee to serve the client. Now, 2 final things on pricing. One of them is for absolute beginners. One of them is for people who are advanced now and have demand for their services. The beginners, pricing wise, you don't really need to care about pricing to start. For you, the mission is to build a track record and social proof that you have done projects before, and then you start quoting significant rates to people in the future. To start off, you might have to do free work. You might have to do discounted work. This is all the paying your dues stage. Get projects under your belt that are quality pieces of work, and then you can showcase those as social proof and samples to charge the next people. So beginners, don't even focus on pricing, get samples under your belt. Experts, people who have lots of work, you are in demand, which means you should now increase your prices. If you have consistent clients that are paying the bills, increase your prices, and the next people that come to you, charge them a different rate. If they say no problem. You still have your core clients paying the bills who you already are charging your normal rates. So the simple way of saying that is once you're in demand and you have your bills getting paid and money's coming in, clients are no problem. Every new client you want to charge your new rates to, because you're in a position where even if they say no, you still have your current clientele on your current prices, and you're essentially just leveraging this position of strength to now charge a higher rate to the next person. But it's no big deal if they say no. You can hold out until eventually someone does say yes, and now you're charging that higher rate. Next up, we're talking about communicating with clients. There's no one size fits all for when communicating with clients, but what I will say is make sure that you establish the terms of the deal up front in a very clear manner. You don't want to start work until the terms of the deal have been established. I remember one time I was trying to increase my prices, and I came along and filmed a club, and then after filming the club, I simply invoiced the client more money for the club work. He phoned me or texted me, I can't remember, very puzzled about this. Yo, what the hell is this? You charged me 100. I said, oh, my rates are 150. Now I said, no, that's ridiculous. You didn't say that up front. He paid me the 100 and I ate that. Now I said, okay, cool, going forward on 150. I actually did go and film his next event for the 150 because we communicated that afterwards. Do not start work unless you have established your rates up front. Make sure the terms are very clear, and don't just feel pressured to start because, oh, I'm excited, I have some work. Don't worry about the price, we'll figure it out later. Messy things happen when you don't have a clearly defined terms. Also, some strategies for dealing with difficult clients and revisions. There are some clients which are legitimately not worth continuing working with. If you have a client who doesn't value your services, right, and they're kind of trying to strong arm you into the cheapest rates and really not valuing those services, I promise you there's other clients who will do the opposite. Time management and productivity. Let's define the simplest thing here first. Client wants their product delivered on time. Deliver the content when you said you were going to deliver it. The most annoying thing, they tell you a date and they don't deliver on that date. In fact, they then make an excuse. Oh, there's always a convenient excuse. This happened, that happened. Listen, friend, I'm paying you cold hard dollars as a client, and you told me it was going to be delivered today. It needs to be delivered today. So the bare minimum of time management and productivity is definitely deliver your work on time. Also, if you guys are working too much, you want to actually have a healthy life, right? So when I was hustling nonstop, 19, 20, 21 years old, I was Monday to Sunday, every single day, 7 days a week, didn't matter. It was a point of pride that I came in on a Sunday. Over time, I burnt out, right? So 4 or 5 years of that, every single day, nonstop, hustle, hustle, hustle. I actually burnt out and stopped creating content on YouTube for almost a year. If you guys look back on the channel right now, we've started uploading again in 2023. For the majority of 2022, I didn't upload because I had burnout. Overall, that right there is the video editing freelance success kit. Episode number 1 was super important. We covered all of the rudimentary, basic, entry-level stuff that you need to keep in mind when you're kind of starting your business. Also some great strategies. So if you didn't watch that and you somehow just found this, go back and watch that. Very cool piece of content. Video Production Plus, by the way, my private members community, Video Production Plus, is growing at an amazing rate. We've got some awesome people joining there. Some very, very interesting different characters. Everybody's leveling up in there. We're taking people's skills to the next level. We have the full-time freelancer course. We're working on a live freelance training camp, which is actually going to be coming up with a special guest. I can't really talk too much about the special guests. We're doing a podcast here on the channel, so you're going to know about them. We're also offering one-on-ones, so you guys can come get a free one-on-one with me. Come join us in Video Production Plus, guys. It's going to be an epic year inside, or stick on the channel. We got so much more content coming. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in an upcoming video. Peace.